Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow, and Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
What can you tell me about the militia?
Ими теперь командует один из паладинов, некий лорд Андре.
He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway, but you won't be officially admitted.
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, you're gonna have to answer to him. I was once in a brawl with a citizen.
Он побежал жаловаться к лорду Андре.
That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces. I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
Hey, what can I do for you?
What do you know about paladins?
Since these bastards have come to the city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated half of my goods.
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need to survive in the wild. Weapons, torches, provisions, even armor. I still have a special piece in stock.
The paladins seized your goods.
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance to the yard. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they might leave the armor here.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guards?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away, because they have their orders.
So can you help me get into the upper quarter?
It seems to be really important to you. The question is, how important is it to you?
What are you getting at?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here, but it'll cost you.
What are you asking for your help?
100 gold pieces.
That's a whole damn lot.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But
In principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, is also a very influential man. Get me the money and I'll help you.
where can I find this Gritta?
Like I said, she's the carpenter's niece. His house is down the street, the last house on the right before the smithy.
How exactly can you help me?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can enter the upper quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
One thing at a time. First, fulfill your part of the deal and bring me the gold.
Where could I sign on as an apprentice then?
Basically, with any master here on the main street. That would be Harrod the smith, Bosper the bowmaker, Thorben the carpenter, or Constantino the alchemist. One of them is bound to take you on. But it's important that the other masters agree. That's always been the custom here in Corinus.
How do I get the approval of the other masters?
You just have to convince them. Go and talk to them. But if more than one of them is against you, you don't stand a chance, so behave yourself.
Is there another way to get into the upper quarter?
Perhaps. If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Why don't you take me on as an apprentice?
I would, but the other masters wouldn't agree. I just recently took on another apprentice.
И чему ты его обучаешь?
По сути дела, ничему. Руперт не слишком умен для всего этого. Так что стоять за прилавком — это наибольшее, что я могу от него требовать.
Ну, тогда выходит, что он не твой ученик, а просто работает на тебя.
А ведь и не скажешь, что ты не прав.
А если бы я все-таки стал твоим учеником, чему бы ты смог научить меня?
Ну, если тебя это так интересует. Когда-то я был превосходным ювелиром. Большая часть тех дорогих побрякушек, что носят эти расфуфыренные индюки из верхнего квартала, все это моих рук дело. Правда, с тех пор, как какие-то воры украли у меня мои инструменты, я больше не практикую это занятие. Ну и, само собой, никого не обучаю этому искусству.
Что именно у тебя украли?
Самое ценное из того, что у меня было. Золотую форму для отлива колец и амулетов. Это была очень редкая и дорогая вещь. В свое время я купил ее у одного торговца, который приплыл с материка. Найти еще одну такую в Харинисе мне уже навряд ли удастся. А без нее, я, считай, остался как без рук. Так что у меня особо не было выбора.
Понимаю.
Show me your wares.
Интересно.
Welcome to my shop, stranger. I am Basper. I craft bows and trade in furs. What brings you to Corinus?
I've heard that someone stole from you.
Who told you that? Probably Bartok, huh? Didn't he have anything better to tell you? Oh, well. Let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, he can say his prayers. I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I could only just see him leave, with my bow on his shoulder. I called the guards right away, but the lowlife ran towards the harbor, and they lost him there. I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they searched the entire harbor district. But they didn't find a thing. Those bumbling lackeys. I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I informed the guards on both city gates, and they haven't seen anyone leave with my bow. When I get my hands on that bastard.
I need to get into the upper quarter.
Where the paladins are? Forget it. You need to be a respected citizen here, or at least hold a decent job. As a stranger, you stand no chance of getting in.
Так, давай посмотрим, сколько их у тебя. Отлично, я возьму их все.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. The last one just gave up his job 2 days ago. Do you know anything about hunting then?
I can get you some skins if that's what you mean.
Excellent. Bring me as many animal skins as you can. I will buy them from you for a good price.
Почему твой ученик бросил работу?
Как он сказал, последнее время охотиться стало слишком опасно. Если тебе это действительно интересно, ты можешь спросить его об этом сам. Его зовут Барток. Он, вероятно, ошивается где-то у таверны Карагона. Пройди через подземный проход у кузницы и окажешься прямо перед ним.
What if I want to sign on with one of the other masters?
Balderdash. Harrod and Matteo already have apprentices. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and he hasn't taken an apprentice in years. And as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. He probably couldn't even pay you. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need of an apprentice, and I pay well too. But no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all other masters from the lower part of town.
Will I get your approval to sign up with a different master?
All right, you shall have my approval, but on one condition. Work for me, at least for a short time. That way, you can find out for yourself whether you like my craft or not. And who knows, maybe you'll end up liking it, and you'll stay with me. If you're good enough to sign on with me, you're also good enough for all others here.
What do you want me to do for you?
Bring me half a dozen wolfskins. Then I'll know that you have learned your trade. If it doesn't take you forever, and if the skins are in acceptable condition, I will take you on if you like. Or, you can start with one of the other masters, if that's what you really want.
About the wolfskins, I've got them. Here.
Great! I knew you would be suitable for this job. Here's the pay I promised you. And, what do you think? Isn't this better work than banging away at swords all day, or filling little bottles in a dusty chamber?
Will I get your approval to sign up with a different master?
I had hoped you would choose me, but if that's the way you want it...
Does that mean you'll vote for me?
If none of the other masters objects, yes. But you would certainly have made a good hunter.
Эй, ты!
А, новое лицо. Ты ведь не из Харимиса, да? Сейчас не лучшее время для путешествий. Бандиты повсюду, работы нет, а теперь еще и фермеры восстали. Каким ветром тебя сюда занесло?
I'm looking for work.
Ты что-нибудь знаешь о плотницком деле?
The only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
А что насчет замков?
Well...
Извини, но я не могу взять тебя, если ты ничего не понимаешь в моем ремесле. И у меня нет денег, чтобы платить ученику.
What do you know about the Paladins?
Немного. Они прибыли на корабле с материка 2 недели назад. С тех пор они заперлись в верхнем квартале города. Никто толком не знает, зачем они прибыли. Многие опасаются нападения орков. А я думаю, что они здесь, чтобы подавить восстание фермеров.
Do you know anything about the Peasants' Rebellion?
Ходят слухи, что Анар нанял наемников, чтобы стряхнуть со своей шеи королевские войска. Он, вероятно, устал отдавать весь свой урожай паладинам и ополчению. Ну а в городе после этого стали расти цены на продовольствие. Ферма Анара находится далеко на восток отсюда. Мы не знаем, были там сражения или нет. Если ты хочешь узнать больше, поспрашивай торговцев на рыночной площади. Они лучше знают обстановку на острове, чем я.
Have you had an apprentice before?
Да, и совсем недавно.
And what happened?
Его имя Элврих, он мой племянник. Я им был очень доволен, но однажды он просто взял и не пришел на работу.
Have you reported that to the militia?
Обращался, конечно. Я попросил их поймать этого лентяя и проследить, чтобы он вернулся на работу. Но я уже об этом жалею. Пусть делает, что хочет. Рано или поздно он поймет, что без достойной работы в Харинисе делать нечего.
Is that so? How long has it been since you saw him?
Около 2 недель.
Where is Elvridge now?
Откуда мне знать? В последнее время он частенько появляется у этого грязного борделя в порту. Не удивлюсь, если он и сейчас развлекается в постели с какой-нибудь шлюхой.
Как жизнь?
Лучше не спрашивай. Одни расстройства.
So, you know a lot about locks.
Какой смысл в хорошем сундуке без хорошего замка? Я делаю свои собственные замки. Так, по крайней мере, я могу быть уверен, что не делаю сундуки, которые ни от чего не защищают. Плохо сделанный замок легко сломать, а в Харинисе очень много воров, особенно в последнее время.
Can you sell me some lockpicks?
Хорошо, но они ничем не помогут тебе, пока ты не научишься пользоваться ими.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
Не знаю, могу ли тебе доверять. В конце выяснится, что ты один из бродяг, которые приходят в город лишь для того, чтобы очистить сундуки честных горожан. Я не буду учить тебя, пока не буду уверен, что ты честный человек.
What if I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the other masters here?
Хорошо, я дам свое одобрение. Но тебе нужно сначала получить благословение богов. Скажи, ты верующий человек?
Yes, a most humble servant, Master Thorben.
Тогда иди к Ватросу, жрецу Аданоса, пусть он даст тебе благословение. Он также подскажет тебе, где найти жреца Инноса. Ты должен получить и его благословение. А когда ты получишь благословение богов, я проголосую за тебя.
I'm asking your blessing.
Why should I give you my blessing, stranger?
I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the masters in the lower part of town.
Go with the blessing of Adanos, my son.
Тем, что продаю я. Нуждаетесь в еде? Подходите. В оружии?
What
Так
can
не
I
робейте.
do for you? Are you seeking spiritual comfort? Do you want to direct a prayer to our Lord Enos, or donate some gold for his church?
I've come to get your blessing.
That's good. That's good. Then you will probably want to donate gold to the Holy Church of Enos, won't you?
Actually, I wanted your blessing so I can sign on as an apprentice in the lower part of town.
But my son, without a modest donation to the church, it is impossible for me to bless you. How else can I be certain of your good intentions toward the Holy Church of Enos?
So, how much does a donation usually run to here?
Well, that depends on what percentage you want to give, son. Let me see how much you brought. You have more than 100 gold pieces. The Lord says give if you have. The church accepts your generous donation. I bless you in the name of Enos, for he is light and righteousness.
Факелы, мясо, свитки и луки. Нет того, что может
Эй,
How about your approval, Master?
Ватрос дал тебе благословение.
Yes.
А благословение жреца Инносса ты получил?
Yes, I did.
Тогда ты получишь и мое благословение. Неважно, какому пути ты решил следовать, гордись своим ремеслом, мой мальчик.
I've come about Gritta.
Моей племяннице? Какое тебе дело до нее? Это насчет долга, да?
She owes 100 gold pieces to the merchant Matteo.
Скажи мне, что это не так. С тех пор, как она живет со мной, от нее одни проблемы. Она задолжала почти всем торговцам города. Мне пришлось занять 200 золотых у ростовщика Лимара, чтобы расплатиться с ее долгами. И вот теперь опять. Гритта должна быть в доме. Иди, поговори с ней. Но я скажу тебе честно, у нее нет ни одной золотой монеты.
We shall see.
Интересно.
What do you want, stranger? If you've come to beg, I must disappoint you. I am a poor widow. My name is Gritta. Ever since my husband died, I have been running the household for my uncle Thorabin.
Matteo sent me. You still owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors I ordered. That's fraud, that is. Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
Then we'll simply sell a few of your togs. I'm sure you've still got a bunch of stuff in your closet.
How dare you, uncouth lout. All right, here, take the gold.
See, that wasn't so hard.
And now, will you please leave my house?
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so. But the light was a torment for Belial. All that Enos created was destroyed by Adonos saw that this way nothing could exist at all.
Your niece had 100 gold pieces.
Что? Ах, она змея! Это было мое золото! Она взяла его из моего сундука. Отдай мне его! Я должен сначала заплатить Лимару. Матео может подождать.
Here's your gold.
Спасибо. Теперь у меня есть хотя бы часть денег, которые я должен Лимару. Не могу поверить, что у нее хватило наглости взять мое золото.
That's all just gossip.
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
And? Did she cause any problems?
None to speak of.
Good. You've held up your part of the deal.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
Don't worry. I'll keep my part of the bargain. The other masters will only hear the best about you from me.
What do you want? I'm not giving anything away.
I'm looking to become an apprentice.
Really? And with whom are you gonna sign up?
I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have come to ask my approval? As far as I'm concerned, you can sign up with whoever you like.
Ты выглядишь немного расстроенным.
Еще бы. Есть от чего.
А что случилось?
Во время своей последней прогулки за город Я как-то умудрился потерять свой ключ от сундука. И теперь вот даже не знаю, что делать.
Ну, может быть, тебе поможет Торбен? Он вроде как разбирается в замках.
Я его уже спрашивал об этом. Но он только покачал головой и сказал, что вряд ли мне сможет помочь.
А где ты прогуливался в последний раз?
Это не твое дело, мальчик. Тем более я уже там искал, но ключа все равно не нашел.
I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have come to ask my...
I'm in need of healing.
Why? Are you injured?
Not really.
Get lost then, or you may well suffer an injury.
Show me your wares. About the plants, I'm going to bring you some...
Great! Bring me as many as you can find.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus, by the explicit order of the honorable Lord Hagen, the
Тут что-то об алхимии.
due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection.
Эй, ты!
New in the city, huh? I'm Brian. I'm Master Harrod's apprentice.
What's it like to be the smith's apprentice?
Why do you ask? You want to be my successor?
Maybe.
Why not? I'm almost done with my apprenticeship, and then I'm gonna leave the city. But not because of Harrod. He is a good master. I have learned a lot from him.
Tell me more about Master Harrod.
He's not in a very good mood right now. A few days ago, the paladins came and ordered him to forge some swords for them. They've even forbidden him to sell swords to anyone else. Now he slaves day and night to finish the job as quickly as possible.
Can I buy weapons from you?
Not really, I'm merely an assistant. The weapons that are made in this smithy are collected by the militia and taken to the towers where they're stored. But if it has anything to do with forging, maybe I can help you.
Why do you want to leave this town?
Потому что люди здесь действуют мне на нервы, а особенно остальные мастера.
I still remember what a fuss it was getting accepted as an apprentice with Harrod. Really, every one of them jokers had something to say about it. I want to decide for myself who I can or can't take as an apprentice.
Who are the other masters?
Well, there's Thorben the carpenter, Bosper the bowmaker, Constantino the alchemist, and Matteo. He sells armor, but first of all, he's a merchant. All the masters have their houses here on the street, and Constantino's shop is in the underpass to the temple.
What can I get from you?
Если у меня еще есть парочка лишних стальных болванок, ты можешь взять их. Боюсь, что это все.
Do you sell weapons too?
Forget it. Everything I make goes to the paladins or the militia. I have a commission for 100 swords from Lord Hagen. He wants to equip the city guard.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. Brian will have finished his apprenticeship soon, and then he'll leave the city. Are you good for anything?
If you mean, do I know blacksmith's work?
No, that's not what I meant. Sooner or later, the orcs are going to lay siege to the city, and then the only men who will count will be those who are in a position to defend our city. And I won't take on anyone as an apprentice who will disgrace me by fleeing the city with the women and the good-for-nothings, instead of holding the fort here with the men.
I'm not a good-for-nothing.
Those are big words. Can you back them up with big deeds?
What are you getting at?
Bring me an orc's weapon. Orcs have been seen near the city. With a bit of luck, you won't have to search for long. If you manage to bring one down, I'll take you on as an apprentice, provided the other masters agree.
I've got the orc weapon you wanted.
Show me. It's been a while since I've had a weapon like this in my hands. I was a soldier back in the Orc War. Those were tough times, I can tell you. I didn't think you could do it. I'm impressed.
Can I sign on as an apprentice with a different master?
You're a good man. I'll give you my approval. Brian will still be here for a while, and a strong lad to take his place will turn up in time.
Ты сказал, что воевал с орками.
Это было очень давно. Я тогда еще был совсем мальчишкой, как и ты.
Может, расскажешь немного о своих подвигах?
Хочешь послушать? Ну что же, хорошо. Я служил в королевском гарнизоне Фаринга и охранял горный перевал, ведущий из Нордмара в Миртан. Нападения орков для нас были довольно привычным делом. Это и понятно, ведь сам перевал являлся для них крайне важной стратегической точкой, так как он открывал проход не только в саму Миртану, но и к столице королевства Венгарду. Поэтому орки и предпринимали постоянные попытки выбить нас из той крепости.
Но, судя по всему, это им не особо удавалось.
Да, ты прав. Все в основном сводилось к небольшим стычкам на подступах к перевалу. Так продолжалось на протяжении очень долгого времени, пока не наступил решающий момент.
Что ты имеешь в виду?
Я говорю про сражение, которое известно всему миру как «Битва у Снежной горы». Мне довелось принять участие в ней, и именно там я стал настоящим мужчиной.
Расскажи, как это было.
Это был кромешный ад, парень. Орки хорошо подготовились к атаке. Против нас выступило по меньшей мере около 2000 орков. Причем основной костяк их армии составляли элитные черные орки, что бывает крайне редко. Так вот, сначала они 2 дня мордовали нас огромными валунами из своих катапульт, а на рассвете 3-го пошли на штурм. Я не буду описывать тебе все ужасы того сражения, но выстояли мы тогда только благодаря нашему мужеству и храбрости. Ну и небольшому отряду паладинов, который прибыл к нам на подмогу из Готы. С их помощью уже к вечеру мы смогли отбросить орков обратно за перевал, в Нордмар. Вот так и закончилась эта великая битва. С тех пор у меня остался только мой меч, коим я сражался в тот день. Я сохранил его как напоминание о том, чего стоит мужество и храбрость людей.
А что это за меч?
Я дал ему имя «Убийца орков». И клянусь, Инносом, он оправдывает свое название. Мне лично удалось тогда прикончить не одну дюжину орков этим мечом. На нем до сих пор остались пятна засохшей орочьей крови.
Да, впечатляет. А ты случайно не продаешь этот меч? Мне бы совсем не помешало иметь под рукой такое легендарное оружие.
Нет, я тебе его не продам. Даже и не мечтай. Если ты действительно хочешь его заполучить, то для начала принеси мне орочий амулет воина. Тогда я точно буду знать, что мое оружие досталось мужественному и храброму человеку.
А что это за амулет?
Его обычно носят с собой элитные воины орков. Это их некий знак отличия от остальных бойцов. Достань мне его, и тогда получишь свою награду.
Ладно, попробую. Подожди минутку.
What do you want?
When can I start as your apprentice?
We can really use a man around here who can beat an orc. As far as I'm concerned, you can start here right away. As for the other masters, Thorben has given you his blessing. Bosper tried to talk me out of it. He wants you as an apprentice for himself. I had a brief but intense discussion with him on this matter. In the end, he agreed. As usual, Constantino doesn't care about anything. He said that as far as he's concerned, you can start wherever you like. And Matteo says you brought him back his gold. Seems to me you're an honorable young man. That means you have the approval of all the masters. Are you ready to start your apprenticeship with me?
I'm in.
Good. I'll teach you how to forge a decent sword.
Кроме того, ты со временем станешь сильнее. Мышц тебе пока не достает. Но поскольку ты теперь мой ученик, то первый урок для тебя бесплатно.
Да, это бы мне не помешало.
Само собой. Вот так-то лучше. Селенок-то, небось, прибавилось.
Да, и еще. Вот, возьми эту одежду. Я не хочу, чтобы мой ученик разгуливал по городу в лохмотьях. И твое орудие труда, кузнечный молот. Не тяпкой же ты ковать собираешься. Ну и несколько стальных заготовок. На первое время тебе этого хватит.
И напоследок, сходи к Константину. Думаю, он подберет тебе зелье. А то ты едва на ногах держишься.
Тебя интересует руда? Что за глупый вопрос, парень? Конечно же да. Приноси все, что найдешь. За магическую плачу больше.
What are my tasks as an apprentice?
3 guesses.
Forge, forge, and forge?
You aren't as dumb as you look. I pay per blade. If you don't work, there's no money. It's that simple. Furthermore, I'll teach you everything you need to know to make a plain sword. Making magic blades is only something for experienced smiths. And you're a long way from that. If you need a place to sleep, you can bunk down somewhere in my house. Everything clear so far?
Что еще, кроме самокованного оружия, тебя интересует?
Если у тебя есть старые ржавые клинки, то приноси их мне.
А зачем они тебе?
Покупать это оружие вряд ли кто станет. Однако его можно будет пустить на переплавку, ведь сталь всегда в цене, особенно учитывая нынешнее положение дел.
Я вот что еще хотел спросить.
Да-да?
Ты целыми днями работаешь, трудишься в поте лица.
Ну-ну.
А есть ли в кузнечной профессии хоть какая-то романтика?
Романтика? Ну ты меня прямо-таки врасплох застал. Романтика.
Значит, нет?
Ну, лазурных берегов и пышногрудых русалок нет, конечно. Вечно красная рожа от горна, мозоли от молота и звон в ушах. Вот и вся романтика. Ну, кузнецы парни сильные, а девки сильных любят.
Я не спрашиваю о плотских утехах, я говорю...
Другого нет. Все конкретно, как и само наше ремесло. Никаких соплей.
Ясно.
Ах да, у кузнецов еще есть девиз, я тебе не рассказывал?
Нет.
Никуя ты не получишь много денег и почет.
Забавно.
Вроде бы безысходность отражает, а вроде бы надежду подает. Ладно, работать мне надо.
И мне пора идти. Подожди минутку.
There you are again.
Эй, ты! Мое зелье готово?
I know a few. Make your own choice.
Can I get a drink here?
If you have gold, you can even eat here if you like.
Tell me about the missing townspeople.
I heard that a lot of them went missing down by the harbor. Small wonder with all that's going on down there. Even Thorben, the carpenter in the lower part of town, has lost his apprentice. Hakon, one of the merchants in the marketplace, had an especially strange tale to tell. He said that there was this fella that he used to bump into every day, and then suddenly he vanished off the face of the earth. He even went to see the militia about it. Townspeople all pretty much panicked after that. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's all nonsense. Corinthus is a rough city, and many dangers lurk outside her gates. Those who don't stay within the city walls will be attacked by bandits, or eaten by wild animals. Yeah, it's that simple.
And how's business going?
Don't remind me. Lord Andre is serving free beer at the Gallows Square. Hardly anybody comes here now, except for the rich people from the upper quarter.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah, some of those swells could really get on your nerves. Take that Valentino, for instance. I can't stand the sight of him. But I can't pick my customers. I need every coin I can make. What little I had managed to save has been stolen, along with all my silver.
What is it with this Valentino?
He's filthy rich and has no need to work. And he brags about it to everybody, whether you want to hear it or not. He drinks a lot and always stays until the end. And then early in the morning, he totters back to the upper quarter. It's the same every day.
You've been robbed?
Yep, some time ago. It was still rather crowded that night, and I was doing the rounds serving beer. I wasn't gone long from behind the counter, but it was long enough for those bastards. I went to see the militia about it, but they couldn't find a thing, of course. Yeah, they prefer to get plastered on free beer.
Может, я смогу как-нибудь привлечь посетителей?
Каким образом? Силком, что ли, их сюда притащишь? Вирт наливает пиво совершенно бесплатно, а здесь придется за него платить. Они же в конце концов не полные идиоты, чтобы просто так отдавать деньги. Но ты, конечно, можешь попробовать. Чем Беллер не шутит? Если у тебя получится увеличить количество посетителей в моей таверне, я лично готов отвалить тебе 3... Нет, 2 бочки с пивом.
Договорились. Тогда можешь уже начинать готовить мое пиво.
Ты... сумасшедший.
Show me your wares.
I am Hakon, the weapons dealer. Every man should carry a weapon these days, especially when venturing outside of the city walls.
Show me your wares. Show me your wares. Do you know anything about the Paladins?
Yes. Those guys are ruining my business. All you can buy in this entire town is a short sword at most. They've helped themselves to anything that's longer than a foot and a half. In return, I now get to live in the hotel free of charge.
Tell me more about the area around the city.
It's gotten too dangerous out there. Because of the bandits, for one thing. And also on account of wild beasts. Even the animals don't seem to get enough to eat in these crappy times. They're venturing closer to the city all the time.
What do you know about the bandits?
What do I know about them? They robbed me on my way to the city. And I'm not the only one. They've been up to their tricks for quite a while. The militia tried to track them down, but without any success.
I'll deal with it.
What? You want to take on the bandits? By yourself? You're quite a good fighter, huh?
How much is the matter worth to you?
That's a dangerous business. Well, it's all right with me. I'll pay you 100 gold pieces if you defeat the bandits.
Where did they hold you up?
Near Akhil's farm. Just go out of the city gate from here, and follow the road to the right. After a while, you'll get to a few steps. The bastards came from there. I bet they have their hideout back there in the woods.
What do you know about the disappearances of the citizens of Corinthus?
Я вижу множество людей, проходящих через восточные ворота. Некоторых из приходящих в город я раньше никогда не видел, а некоторые из уходящих больше не возвращаются. Но недавно случилось нечто действительно странное. В город пришел один человек. Вроде бы его звали Джо. Он что-то болтал о том, что скоро он разбогатеет. Он утверждал, что нашел способ пробраться в одну из городских башен, где хранится оружие ополчения. С тех пор я его не видел, хотя раньше я встречался с ним каждый день. Я рассказал об этом ополчению, но лорд Андре сказал, что не понимает, о чем я говорю. Он даже не знал, что это за парень.
Do you know who in the militia took part in the search?
The fellow's name is Pablo. He and a few others went looking for the bandits, but they didn't find them.
Do you know where I can find Pablo?
He patrols around the city. You'll find him either at the Temple Square or in the lower part of town.
Where do you get your weapons from?
Harad the smith has been my supplier up to now. Now all he does is make stuff for the Paladins. He works for those guys day and night like a madman, without pay. He thinks it's his duty. All I can offer you now is my remaining stock.
Innos be with you, stranger. If you're looking for a good selection for the traveler, then you're in the right place. But I'm warning you, if you're planning on helping yourself without paying, I'll call the city guard.
Just a moment. Do I look like a thief?
Bah! You won't be the first one to make off with my things today.
Somebody stole from you.
I can't prove it. The fellow was damn clever. Introduced himself as Ringaru, if that really is his right name. He's been hanging around the marketplace the last few days, and every evening he gets plastered at the beer stand down the street. I bet the bastard is drinking my money. I only looked away for a moment, and my purse was gone.
I could get your gold back for you.
Oh? And why would you do that?
I want part of the gold as a reward.
First, see if you can get my purse back. Then, we'll talk about your reward.
Why didn't you call the city guard?
The guards only respond if a thief is caught in the act. And when I noticed my purse was missing, the bastard was already gone.
How much gold was in that purse?
50 gold pieces. That's quite a lot in these crappy times.
I'll see what I can do.
Be careful. If you just knock the bastard down, the city guard will get involved. Lately, things have been getting really tough here. Since the Paladins came to town, the guards have been cracking down on brawlers. So think of something.
I shall.
Подходите, если желаете.
You still owe me a favor. It is time to pay your debt.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me, but she has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison. You pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
You're a clever lad. Here is the letter.
How am I supposed to foist the letter on her?
Let her show you her wares, and while she does, you hide the letter on her. And bear in mind, I am an influential man in the city, so don't try to play me for a fool.
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
Show me your...
Take...
Show me your wares.
From this moment onward, Lord Andre will take the supreme command of our militia.
Дай
All
мне
the
немного
citizens
пива.
of this city who have
Конечно,
martial skills at their disposal are herewith urged to join the royal militia.
Jorah says you got his money.
Damn it! I'm out of here!
Gotcha.
Hey, what do you want from me? Huh?
You stole from Jorah in broad daylight, and he even saw you do it. So I've come to tell you that you're a lousy thief, and that... You had better hand over Jorah's gold now.
Here's the dough, man! But now let me go! I'll never do it again! Hey!
I should turn you into the militia.
What else do you want? I've got nothing left. Let me go, man!
Why would I want to do that?
In the city, it's always good to know the right people and to stay on their good side. I could put in a good word for you. I can't and won't say more. The rest is up to you.
Get lost and don't show your face around here again.
Oh, you won't regret this. Thanks, man.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Sarah is selling weapons to Onar.
Sarah? The weapons merchant in the marketplace? Do you have proof of that?
She has a letter in her pocket which details the delivery of arms to him.
She won't get away with that. I shall have her arrested.
I've come to collect the bounty.
Well done. Sarah is where she belongs. I have taken over her goods, so if you need a weapon, come to me.
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Hey, what about my money?
About the thief.
Yes, how's it going? Have you caught him? And much more importantly, do you have my gold?
He got away from me.
And what about my gold? Did he get away with it?
Here's the 50 gold pieces he stole from you.
Inos be praised. There is still justice in the city.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
If it's gold you want, then hunt down the thieves and collect the bounty from Lord Andre. Now, I must get back to my customers.
Alric says you got his sword.
Do you mean that ragged fellow who traded his weapon to me for a few torches and chunks of meat?
That's him.
I still have the sword.
How much do you want for it?
Well, for you... so what? Here, take it. After all, you did help me get my gold back.
Don't tell this to anyone.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Сначала подумай.
I've got your sword.
Ah, that's much better than fighting with an old stick. Good. I'm curious whether you'll dare to challenge me again.
Andre is commanded to punish every inhabitant of Corinth who is resistance against the king's guards.
And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work of Beliar.
What do you know about the bandits who robbed Hakon the merchant?
Oh, that matter. Don't remind me. As far as we know, they're responsible for a lot of the attacks on merchants. Those rats have crawled into their holes and don't dare come out again. Once we were able to track them down and follow them, but we broke off pursuit in the woods outside the city. There's too many beasts roaming around there. It's much too dangerous. But there's one more thing. A few of the stolen goods have shown up in Corinth.
This means that they know how they can smuggle the wares into town and sell them.
Yeah, we suspect they have a fence in the city, but we haven't been able to catch the guy yet. If you find out anything about the business, remember Lord Andre has posted a bounty for the fence.
By reason of the imminent danger of an attack by orcs, everyone is to begin training in the skills of combat.
What are you doing here?
I'm training the boys to use a crossbow and help them become a little more dexterous.
Could you train me?
No, I only train the men in the service of the king, nobody else. But we can always use good people. So if you want to join the militia, go talk to Lord Andre.
Ну давай, укуси меня.
Just you wait, you son of a bitch!
Ну давай, покажи уже, на что ты способен.
Невозможно.
You're in for it now.
Там ничего нет.
Невозможно.
Adanos feared for the day it was
I took care of the bandits.
Really? Anyone could say that. Do you have proof?
Should I go back and cut off their heads?
No. I don't think that will be necessary. I believe you. You have done the merchants and the city a great service. Here is the money you have promised.
I've come to collect the...
Желание многих входить... Тебе...
You already know what I think.
Эй, ты!
Teach me.
Good.
Загляните в красный фонарь, в этот филиал рая на земле. Здесь наши девочки подправят вам мордашки. В хорошем смысле. В плохом смысле их вам подправлю я, если вы не оплатите наслаждение.